Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. I am starting a series, I guess you call it, for legend runs. Um, I typically do legend permadeath runs. If I die, I restart playing this game. I still find it fun. I've done a couple of tutorial videos you guys may have watched in the past. Hopefully you did. I'm not going to be so tutorial focused this time, but I will explain things as I go along, or try to. It doesn't take up too much time. I've already pre-made this character, going with what I like.
This is not a fresh human meat store, Mr.
Made it pretty far
Zombie.
the last time, but I haven't beaten the game yet, so I still don't know everything. So I still, as I'm moving along, run into issues. So while I had done very well previously before, I had died a couple times.
Sleep capsules can
I had to
sometimes
restart.
cause trouble. I'm Dr. Veronica Grimes. I'm researching a zombie cure. Is there even power in the bunker now? Find a light immediately and secure the line of sight.
Alright, just following along, skipping over what I can. You start on day 0, hour 10. Oh, I gotta get this stuff. Come on, I didn't mean to eat that.
I have a proposal for you. Please find
Now, I am going to skip over a few things. I do tend to save scum a little bit because the RNG in this game is quite terrible, actually.
Succeed, and I'll
So,
send
I
helicopters to your
also,
rescue.
I'm a father
Make
to
sure
young
you
kids. They come in here and interrupt me quite a bit. I'll try to keep that to a minimum, so I may have to cut out the video here and there. We try and make these videos. They are going to be long because the day in this game is 4 hours long. And I am trying to make sure I cover one day at a time. So it'll be 4 hours per video, roughly. My tutorial is a little longer because I split time in the character creation, explaining how to create a character that's kind of min-max for the game to a certain degree. There's definitely flexibility in the character creation. And you don't have to start a new character creation every time you want to start the game over again. The character doesn't disappear. So there's that. Now here's one place I may restart if I get a really bad follower here. Go ahead and save, restart, and see if this person is good or not. Unemployed, pretty much terrible. I don't want to keep it, so I'm going to restart until I find one that I do like. So I'm going to end it here, and then splice in where I pick up a character that I do like. So I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Took a few attempts to get a follower that wasn't complete trash. Civil servant's decent. The only thing, negative movement speed, doesn't matter. Negative damage kind of stinks, but it really doesn't matter in the long run. So, because followers don't do damage. So building them for damage is not really what you're worried about. So, yeah. They have negative 50 damage from the start. So worrying about their damage is not a big deal. Everything else is fine. Some pro traits that really don't matter. So you see here, you only start with negative 50. Stuff that offsets that city friendly gives plus 5%, but it still doesn't matter. I don't use my followers to do anything because at that negative 50, they really don't do anything well. I mean, they can open boxes okay, but the problem is they end up grabbing a bunch of crud that just fills their inventory that you may or may not want, and then you have to spend more time dealing with inventory management with them than it's worth any amount of time saving that they actually do in picking up stuff. So I don't know why people let them do stuff. There we go.
How about picking up noticeable small stones in the forest?
To me, they're just meat bag speed bumps that have an inventory. And later in the game, I basically don't bring them along with me unless I need to use them to block a corridor, because they do provide collision. And that is one way to use them, and I do that a lot. So let's see here. Get a knife.
Now,
Okay,
shall
got
we
a
gather some branches?
ready knife.
As the next step, we'll be crafting other tools.
The worst thing about the knives is you can't use them for the reassembly process. You make an axe in just a second. And just to let you know, for the character, Soldier's probably one of the best ones. This is what I grabbed: extra damage, thick skin, evil nature, big bones, quick movement, sharp nails for critical rate, and from the alley. That gives me quite a bit of additional damage in the crit rate. It starts. I guess it's plus 9%. I don't really care about recovery from items. If you're playing well, you shouldn't be taking a whole lot of damage. And later on, you get to offset that anyways. Noise doesn't matter. Beast doesn't matter. Damage to whatever don't matter. Your slower experience gain don't matter. And bad posture is one of the ones you could do without, and that's because of a item later on called Rapid Rush, where you basically can dodge forward and deal damage during your dodge. And this way, if you have enough stamina offset or stamina recovery, you can dodge quite often and kill a lot of enemies, especially since the damage is based on the weapon you hold in your hand. You get the highest damage weapon, like a grenade launcher, and you start dodging forward, and you have basically AoE blow up zombies very, very easily. But that's late game. We're not there yet. Still, you can offset that enough with itemization and the research tree that the negative to the attack and dodge stamina early on due to bad posture is basically not a deal, not a problem. Following the tutorial.
Using the method you've just learned, try crafting a pickaxe.
Now we'll be trying to play this the most efficient way I can. Hopefully I get some good luck on the copper off these 4 nodes here. Looks like, yeah, that's the highway there. So I'm on the north side. This is one of the better starting positions, at least. You start around the starting city, north, east, south, or west. North, in my opinion, is the best side. Now, I do have the eco-friendly, which means I do reduce damage to the nodes, which is all harvest nodes, trees, and boulders and ore. But it really at most adds 1 extra swing early in the game, and it really gets offset because the percentage damage for most of these things have around 200 hit points, right? For these nodes, there's a few nodes, ore nodes are later on, the magnesium and aluminum and titanium and stuff like that. They have a little bit more hit points, but by then you're using a jackhammer, which hits ridiculously fast. That you're going to blow through them really fast. So your damage to these things early doesn't matter, and 1 extra swing on a iron ore node really, really does not matter. I'm grabbing this because I'm trying to thicker trees if I'm talking and not really going back into tutorial mode. When I go to tutorial mode, I kind of don't focus exactly what I need to do to be as efficient as possible. I'm trying to be a bit more efficient than I did in my tutorial mode, so I can get done what I like to get done early on. Grab mushrooms for food. They're very useful for that early on, especially on Legend. On normal mode, you don't have to worry about that, or any other lesser mode. You can just start with a lot food in your inventory, the candy bars. Legend, you don't start with any, and then the amount you get from the starting bunker is reduced as well on Legend versus the other modes. So you're not gonna have a whole lot.
Ever wake up on a zombie island and feel like you're left alone? I'm Jamal.
I need to make sure I get at least 3 copper ore at a minimum so I can make a trap. And I'm going to start clearing things out. Gotta check that right now here in a moment. And the reason is we're going to use a shredder trap to basically start clearing out most of the map, what we need to do. And I have been completely unlucky and not gotten a single copper ore. That is horrendous. For the first 3. I might as well talk about a few things. One of the things I do early is, I don't know if you see this on the left-hand side of the icons on the bottom right. That's the durability as it goes down. The effectiveness of the item in your hand goes down by a percentage amount. It's kind of represented here. Green, yellow, orange, red. Right now, I'm not going to waste any repair kits. I don't have any right now. But normally you repair things up if I had them, and the item was definitely good, I would repair it. But here I would just, it's easier and quicker just to make a new item as the durability goes down, because the efficiency goes down. Gray items, I don't even bother with, because tools are tier 1, and if you disassemble a tier 1 tool, you get a piece of iron. You're going to find so many pieces of iron in this game, it's not even worth holding. Tier 2 items, disassemble it into an iron ingot, which is basically iron ore. It's not too bad to keep a hold of to disassemble, but you're going to get a lot of iron in this game. Again, most of the nodes for any of the ore nodes will drop iron, even the the aluminum, the titanium. As I mentioned earlier, I got kids, they come in, ask me for things. I do the dad thing, take care of them. As best as possible. So if we get interrupted, I'm sorry. I will pause the game. I will deal with the family things, just part of being a dad and a gamer at the same time. It happens. You heard the sound. My character's getting hungry. It's good to keep up on your food. Otherwise, your max stamina, max health gets reduced. These early ore nodes take forever. Yeah, it's a starter city. I obviously started kind of to the. It's really not north. It's kind of like the north east side. The city's right here, but it's still close enough to the north of it. The east side would be over here, the west side is over here, and the south side is there. Where you start. This side's the far best side to start on. I'll throw it out there like that. That's because the reason being is all the initial quests and missions are on this side of the map. Now, I do play this single player, and yes, I do save scum because the RNG in this game is brutal. So I will tell you when I'm about to save before I know something drops something I might want to try and fish out of a drop. And will more than likely save scum it. I might show you the initial. But even after if I try and show you the initial, it's more than likely not going to be what I want. I'll have to save scum to try and get something good. I'm not going to do usually a whole lot. I am just playing this for fun, and I don't want to spend hours upon hours on the RNG gotcha machine. You're going to do that anyways if you do any kind of save scum reloading on this thing. And if you don't, the game is exponentially harder. I will make that as a statement. It's that much harder. See, have I gotten the copper? No, if I gotten 3, I'm already hitting this. Might as well finish it off. I'm going to start making my way down there. Now, the first set of the tutorial quests make you create a workbench and then disassemble it, which is fine. I don't know if you noticed this, my pickaxe hit yellow. It was taking more wax on the ore, probably also the boulders. I don't want to fix it, so what I would do, go ahead and go down here and craft a new one, and then just drag it down. Much better. Now, since it is blue, I'm not going to drop it. If it was gray, I would just drop it. I do like to grab these right in here. They have crude oil. You're going to get... You need to use crude oil to make fuel. You can use a lot of fuel when you create your own vehicle. You're not going to be able to get fuel that easily early on. So might as well just grab them. As I'm walking down, this is the north side of the town. The great thing about starting on the north side is there's access to a sewer. And that's what we're going to do right as we get down here. So before we do that, we'll go ahead and start this quest line of build. Let me make that if I hit the button.
The crafting bench is pretty handy, you know.
Pipe.
I'm more of an up-close and personal kind of guy. But you?
Oh,
I bet like you could use some long-range
I
fire
can give
power.
my follower the pipe for now, so they can have a
Can't
weapon.
have
Just
a
put it in their
bow and
inventory,
no
they'll have it.
arrows, right?
Arrows. I need the branches for arrows. And you will need a good amount of branches in this game, especially early on, because literally everything you craft takes branches. Everything you repair, if it's still wood technology, takes branches to repair. Traps require you to use branches to reload them, because traps have a finite amount of activations before they run out of activations and need to be reloaded. When it comes to branches, some like this branchier looking plant, they'll have more likely to have a branch as a reward, whereas this leafier one, I'm going to hit right now, probably won't have a branch. It's leaf and maybe vines, sometimes a bird egg. So if you're looking to get branches fast, don't go after the leafier ones. They probably won't have it. The ones that look like they have fruit, like this is like looks like blueberries and stuff, will probably have a fruit associated. I got a blueberry off of that. And so it's pretty simple in that regards. Vinier looking bushes will have more vines to them, so be aware of that. Let's see here. I need to do the candy bar. So your satiety, as I'm pointing out, you start with 100 hit points, stamina, and satiety in your character. Your follower has no stamina. They have double your hit points, and still the same amount of satiety. Satiety is equal roughly 10 to 1 for the calorie intake. So 10 calories equals 1 satiety. So 200 calories equals 20 satiety for your level. Satiety is just how full you are versus how hungry you are. So as your character gets hungrier, loses satiety, their max hit points and stamina goes down. It's important to keep that up. The candy bars you start with is 150 calories or 15 satiety. So it's about a 3/4 of a bubble of the satiety. It's not quite a full bubble. Typically, what I like to do. Let me go back to the equipment workbench for the next part. Craft an arrow. I don't know why I'm hitting this. Mine, again, I get into this when I'm doing tutorials. I'm talking, focusing on what's in front of me, and while I'm talking, not necessarily really what's the most efficient. But I'll get there. It's not wasted, at least. So, I do need to make some arrows. That's more than enough. Go down
Equip that bow of
into
yours.
that.
Shoot an arrow towards our lovely crafting bench.
Arrow. Okay, pick up the arrow that I just shot.
Don't just leave that crafting bench behind. That's a waste of good resources.
The claw hammer. The color, the rarity on the claw, on the tools don't matter. They don't get any extra bonuses at all. Possession branch. I'm out of branches, so I'm supposed to fix that. Use up maybe the arrows, which is fine. I'm going to use arrows anyways. I try not to have my weapon equipped or tool equipped while I'm running. It does slow you down. So I'm going to pull up hammer and repair it, as it asked me to do for this tutorial. It's a good idea to follow the tutorial. You get bonus points as you can complete pages.
Bench to start the dismantling.
Dismantle that.
Listen up, soldier. I am Captain Axton Hawkins. Obey my commands and learn the skills to survive on the battlefield.
I have enough. Yeah, I guess 5. I'll go ahead and hit another ore node, see if I get another copper. Having a second amount for traps. I do not know if I remember grabbing the return materials on this character or not. So if you, on Legend, the amount of materials you get back when you demolish anything that you made is 0%. So you get nothing back by default. There is a starting trait you can take that gives you 10% back. I think I took that. No, I did not on this one. So I do not have at 0%. I was playing this character on an easier difficulty, so you don't need it on an easier difficulty. But I went ahead and just pushed this character through. That means I actually, in order to get anything back, I got to get enough research data to get the demolisher trait on the skill part tree to get anything back. So if I build something right now and I messed up, I positioned it wrong, if I demolish it, I get nothing back. It's completely wasted resources. With traps, if I have at least 10% on the return rate, I'm going to get my main part back, which is the trap machine back, which takes the most resources. So I do want to make sure I have some sort of return rate. It is very valuable in higher difficulties when you have lesser return rates. Lower difficulties, it's not a big deal to take that trait at all. I got 6. What I want to do is follow this along. I need to alt to dodge, kick, and then we're going to go kill a zombie in just a moment. I'm literally surprised I've not seen a single wild animal this entire time. Wow, I'm used to seeing some sort of sparrow or raven or something or owl up to this point. I want to make these first. That movement speed, although the amount of the satiety you get from making that is very low, and I probably should readjust that. That is pretty low. I would expect 100 to 150 calories, not basically the same as what it was, but it is what it is for that mushroom apple soup thing that you make. But it does give you a movement speed buff, and so it's worth making it just for that 10% movement speed. There's a couple of zombies here. As long as I don't get near that pipe, I won't spawn what's in that sewer. She aggroed because she's got more noise than me. Let the NPC, your follower, deal with the aggro early on. They're definitely better meat shields than you, specifically on the harder difficulties. You see how much of a sponge this already is, because you start with
Stabbing attack.
a bow. A bow has
inside buildings.
25 base damage. It is absolutely horrible. And even though I started with soldier and extra bonus range damage, I'm still only at 39. And if I didn't have soldier, I'd be at 30. But that 10 points is really, really not enough. It's something to equip the pipe, go to exchange, grab the pipe back from her, drag it up here, hold down right click to aim, and stab. So you do a normal left click, you can stab. Okay, whatever.
Greetings. At last we meet. The name's
Give it back to my
Hawkins.
follower because I don't care about
How
the pipe.
about you start by finding the right spot and open the construction menu to lay down that foundation?
And I will follow through here because I really don't care about... What we're going to use this for the first night is that sewer there for our initial base. Oh, she got hit by the spitter. Spitters do a lot of damage on Legend, especially early on. A lot. Try and do headshots. If you look at when I do headshots, oh, that was a crit and a headshot. Headshot has the red arrows moving away from the center white dot cursor in the screen, and the crits are red diamonds. And you can do both, and you'll see them both pop up. So that last hit I did, if you happen to replay this on YouTube, was both a crit and a headshot, weak point shot, whatever you want to call it. So let's go ahead and build a foundation. Doesn't matter because I am not keeping it. It's just going to be a waste of materials for me at the moment.
How about expanding the foundation further?
There we go. I screwed up. I overbuilt. One of the things, if you go too fast and it's not actually up yet, you're going to not get the recognition from the game that you did it because it's actually not in your journal at all. So I built an extra foundation because I did not pay attention.
To reach the higher levels of your foundation.
Now, I don't actually have to demolish these right now, but I can wait and get some of the materials back once I get the research. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to demolish them. I'm going to leave them here and I'll come back to them. So I need to get more logs, and that's fine. No, it'd be nice if I actually used the right tool. 3 instead of 4. Also, let you know, for some reason, the recording software, and I've tried lots of different ones, bugs out on my system and just stops recording. Whether I'm using the Windows snipping tool, the Xbox recorder, game bar thing, OBS Studios, I've tried them all. They just all right now break on my system. They didn't used to, and just randomly started happening. So when that happens, I try and keep an eye on the upper right and see if it's still recording. I'll pause it right away as best as I can, and then restart up as soon as I can. So you may see some extra splices or edits in here. I apologize. I'm trying to do as best of a long form take on these videos as possible. That doesn't happen. I don't really care the structure of this right now at all.
With it, you can transform logs into processed materials like wooden planks.
This kind of sucks because you have to do your production. You have to make these now, and I'm going to have to get rid of them here. Craft planks. 2, 3, 4. Need some extra. I might as well make some extra.
The crafting bench allows you to process a wide array of resources.
On Legend, it's very lean on the resources you gain back. You do want to try and angle your character. There's bushes next to a tree or to a stone that you're about to harvest. Hit them both. And you have to use the harvest tools. Otherwise, normal weapons get reduced damage by a lot, like 99%. It's a ridiculous amount. On the harvest nodes, which are trees, boulders, and ores, upgrade. some bricks.
Processing ores is a vital step.
Upgrade again, which requires yet more planks. Grab some ingots. And some copper wire. I know I need more, so we need to just go ahead and get some more branches. Now you can convert both vines and logs into branches. Uh, don't need to do more ore, but I'm just hitting it just in case. Like I said, you're going to be using a lot in the long run of everything you harvest. It's not quite, super efficient. Okay. So now I need to make some copper wire. Just take some copper ingots. Make all those up. Make all those up. Game doesn't needs to register my click.
Creating things by hand is both satisfying and enjoyable. Wouldn't you agree?
The thicker trees do take more hits. If you follow my other video, I explain that, but I'll say it again. I'll probably repeat it several times in all my videos, especially on the first day. I plan to carry this out a few more days, see how long I can go. The game is quite difficult. It's really a trap focus game, so tower defense focus. And once you get a good build set up, it's not that big of a deal. It is still time consuming for every day. Got some nails. Need to get some more cloth here.
Quite worn out from the relentless struggle to survive.
Let's find cloth around these boxes around the road. Very easy to get. And I'll probably need the research data out of them anyways. Boxes have both. You can always convert things up. I don't want to get to the point where I'm making the trap machine. I could skip ahead, but the problem is that I lose out on the bonus points and have to redo them anyways from doing the tutorial here. Run around, I was just picking up things. I think there was another set of boxes there. I think I do not have enough to make. Yep, I need one more cloth. Ooh, that's not good. I don't want to be fighting off zombies. The problem with the legend difficulty versus other difficulties, as you saw, there's a lot more zombies. 3 to 4 times the spawn on legend difficulty versus normal. So it can be a slog early on until you get to a point where you just, don't deal with the zombies all that much. Either because you're riding a vehicle around and just ignoring them, or you can kill them in a hit or two in groups. Wow, this is bad. In terms of the efficiency, I messed up. There we go.
Feels like someone's watching us.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with the zombies. Really, fighting zombies early on, beyond what you need to clear out, is just a huge, huge waste of time. They take forever. You don't do a whole lot of damage, and you're not getting anything out of it. You're not getting very much experience. You're not getting really any drops on these light zombies. So just avoid them. There's no point to messing with them. Should have enough. Go ahead and stick my sleeping bag out here. Follow along, which what you're supposed to do. The zombies in the world don't chase forever. So there is that. The sleeping bag is a great, good little trick to get your hit points back. That's really how you heal early on until you get damage leech. And after that point, you could use the healing items, but if you're resorting to those, you're already having problems. Build a spike watchtower, absolute noob trap of an item. Building watchtower, worthless item in the game. Completely worthless build item. Let's put it right here on the road.
To become a proficient technician, research and study are paramount.
Build a research table. More wooden planks and lumber. And a couple of the quests make you have to interact to complete with the research table, but other than that, oh my god, one's attacking. Or two. It's just a waste of time. I really don't need to be messing with these guys. Like I said, they don't give you anything. A little bit of extra research data, maybe if you're lucky. Maybe the lights will drop a blue or yellow item. But let's hit my guy in the head. It's just a waste of time. Combo system, you saw he had a little red dot. I kicked him when the red dot was open. I get a little combo point. The next kick I do does extra damage. That simple. You can do it with some stab weapons. It's very hard. Grab my arrows back. Dodging is very important in this game. You get invulnerability frames while you dodge. Doesn't negate the CC all the time, but it will negate the damage all the time. So let's see here. Research data, I need 10. So this is one of the issues. I did not open up boxes. I thought I did. I thought I had hit everything up. Zombies do drop research. These ambulances tend to have them, along with pain pills.
Shall we start with the most important research in order?
Nope, don't fight that thing. Just come with me. Because, yeah, there's 4 zombies there. That just stinks. But that's fine. They will actually wander back eventually. But I do need the engineering. Or I can kill them one at a time. That works too. I try and do headshots. Worth more. Like I said, legend. Like, if I was on normal, this thing would have already been dead like a minute ago. Literally 2 headshots at most, and it's dead.
Well, it seems you're fairly prepared now. With this level of readiness, you stand a fighting chance while searching for the mutant substance. Let's move to the research center Walter mentioned. Open the map to check your location and start moving.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and clear out really fast. I'm on a good pace. Not the best pace, but a good pace. If I was on the best pace, I'd already have a trap up at hour 13, the start of it, on clearing up the sewer. I'm a little bit slower. I'll probably do it on hour 14, which is still... Most of my tutorials I was on hour 16 when I started that. Like I said, if you leave it to your follower, they're going to take all day killing these things. They're good, like I said, for keeping the aggro off you. But even at 40 damage a hit, the headshots are probably doing close to double damage. That these things aren't dying. They got hundreds upon hundreds and hundreds of hit points. Get those back. There are. Just how bad Legend is. Really don't recommend anybody do that. But you're watching this video of me being masochistic and doing Legend. Great. But anything I do here obviously trickles down.
Let's take it easy.
Oh, I got an arrow back. Okay. So, skill, get my engineering, research, yay. Now I can actually build a trap machine.
Now, we can construct automated traps that are much more efficient than
Workbench.
primitive ones like wooden
Trap machine
spikes.
requires a couple of gears, which requires some iron. Be made. 1, 2, let's do that. 2 of those. I need some rubber. And trap machine made. Now I'm going to use the trap here, and it's going to tell me now to make cutters. I'll do that later. I'll follow it later, but right now we need to clear things out. So I'm going to go with the shredder. I need lumber, and I need another iron ingot. Craft iron ingot. Craft some lumber. That allows me to need more than that. Great. I know I'm going to need even more than that. Wood axe. Put that there. Some here, and I can go ahead and disassemble that crappy one. Disassemble. Did I not hit disassemble? Oh, I hit the wrong button. Okay. You either get stone or pieces of iron back, depending on what it is. Usually not worth it. The bow you can disassemble back to a branch. That's okay. I'm about to, like I said, speed things up here in just a second. I'm on 14 instead of 13. Not ideal. Stop her because I don't want her following me anymore. It's not going to help. Eat some food. That's more enough. Okay. Shredder. It's all ready. Now what I'm going to do is clear up the sewer here. And I'm hoping to kill a few things that are going to drop some additional research materials so I can get the demolisher trait. And there's a way to do this. You want to put just a little bit of space off so I can put some barb fence to block off the dead zone. That's about it. You know, just a little thing. They can walk off the side here, but you want to do is you want to put some barb fence. You can take some rope. And I need more lumber. So I'm going to need a barb fence. I need 1. So I have 2 lumber. I need 4. And I need 2 rope. Easy to do. Rope. 2. Lumber. 2. I had enough of the everything else. It kind of just, see how there's a dead zone? They only take damage to touch the spikes, and you don't want them leaving the area. give it just enough space. There we go. Then if they try and move to the side to the dead zone, they're still getting hit by the whack or touching the barbed fence and they take damage. Same thing goes from this side here. And there we go. Now, I just got to make sure I have enough branches on me to reload it, fix it, as need be. Just take care of a few bushes here. The damage I do doesn't matter at all here at this point. Crouch down or jump over, don't really matter. This is the trick. You want to round up as many of these guys as you can. This is one of the more dangerous parts of the game. That's where I die often early because you get a whole horde of zombies chasing after you. Know, I get greedy and I want to go fast. And trying to go fast is to try and get more zombies following you. The Shredder is great because they're just going to all die on the Shredder. It's blocked off. They can't get through. They try and hit it. They can't hit it very well. They're just going to get annihilated. Ideally, I would put more barbed fences across the top. There's a couple that can jump out or shoot out or get squirted out of two medium funnel push against each other. It does happen. If it does, just kill that one or usually just one that pops out. The majority of the time, nothing's going to happen. They're going to run into the Shredder and just die. And whatever damage they do to the Shredder is going to be so minuscule. The only thing you have to worry about is the count, which is the reload. Starts with 100. 1 tick, 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 tick. You're getting about 2.5 damage ticks per count spin. Ooh, this is one of the issues. Now, so I do have this red crawler here. I'm going to go ahead and pause the game here because I want to kill that red crawler for a specific unique drop. So I'm going to save it here, reload the trap, see if it dies. Now, typically, I would try and kill it myself because I would have a higher rate of different equipment drop and have a higher chance of getting what I want. Because I'm getting extra equipment drop and I have a higher chance of getting a unique as a drop when you have more equipment drop. But at this low level, I don't have much of an extra chance. It's not a big deal. So my trap kills it versus me. It's still roughly the same chance, but I don't want to worry about it. So I'm going to go ahead and save it. Quick save it here and hit save again. If I stop it, like I said, I'm going to play it through, have me kill it, loot it, see what happens. If a red comes out and it's one I can use and it's good, great, I continue playing on it. Otherwise, I'm just going to reload and save scum. This is what you have to do on Legend. You don't have to do it if you don't want to do this, but otherwise it's going to really hamper your play style if you're playing by yourself. Now, I play multiplayer with friends, but we don't do Legend. That is asking to die constantly, and just really isn't fun or worth it. Go ahead and reload this. I got a new bow. Yay. Let's see what happens. Maybe I get lucky on the first attempt. I'll have to reload. Like I said, if I look down here at my... actually, I do not have any additional... Oh, he got out anyways. I'm going to go ahead and save it then. And just finish them off myself. They're very slow. They just have, besides bosses, the highest chance of drop rates in the game. These little red half-crawler sewer giant guys. You're going to want to try... There's 4 of them around town in each of the cardinal directions, and a 5th one extra past the research center. They're going to have the highest drop rates, like I said, in the game, and there are not as many of them around the other towns, but they do exist in other areas of biomes and other towns. They drop higher tier gear. They're very easy to kill, and really they were added as a last minute addition to the game to smooth out progression. you should be utilizing them. If you're not, you are doing things wrong. As you can see, I got a red drop. Let me go and see what I got. I'm going to pick it up. If it's crap, they also drop other things like research data and key cards, which is very nice. I got a nutcracker. That's one of the weapons I tend to like to use early on. And holy cow, it is absolutely decent. I mean, it's got a decent smash chance. Wound reinforcement is good. Attack stamina is good. Crit rate, awesome. It could have better stats. It could have the all stats. It could have other things on here to add more damage. It could have more strength. But the smash chance, I like to have it around 15 strength or more. 20 right more is more ideal. Smash chance being 70% or more is better. But I'm done. I'm going to go ahead and drop this stupid dagger because I can't use it. Actually, I could just, don't drop that. I won't drop it. It's right here. I'm by my bench. I'm going to go ahead and disassemble the dagger. I'm going to get my stone back that it takes for it. This is why you can't use daggers for reassembly, because they disassemble back to exactly what it takes to make them. And I'm going to go ahead and do that and go save my game again. And go through it now. There's going to be some areas. Oh, wait. I did get some extra stuff. So one of the first things I try to get, I'm going to go ahead and get the Demolisher. So that's Junior Builder, Research, Demolisher, takes 30. Then I'm going to get the extra Porter for extra carrying of weights, or items, should say. You get an extra 12 items. Let's get the rest of these guys down here. The stuff in the back side of that tunnel doesn't spawn until you get kind of close to that tunnel. There's more things in there, but they just really won't spawn until you get closer. Come on, come on, come on. You can make noise by kicking the air to get them to come up to you. As you see, some of them ran back. You can sometimes shoot them over. If I wanted to build a platform here and waste more materials and resources, I could do so. But ideally, I'm trying to clear this out. It shouldn't take more than an hour or so of game time. If I'm really being efficient at it. Like I said, normally I'm starting this at 1,300 hours if I start on the north side, 14 if I'm on the other side, because it takes a few extra minutes to run over here. And I'm done by at least by 15 to 1,600 hour mark. And then I'm taking over the rec center, and then I'm clearing out the hospital. And those are the main 3 goals I'm trying to do early on. Typically I die is because, like I said, I get greedy here. I try and force more zombies onto this. How many branches I got? 4. So I might as well go grab some more branches. There's a bunch of materials up here. I got rid of the dagger. Now I can one-shot these bushes, sometimes 2, depending, with this guy, because it just does that much more damage than the dagger. It's a melee weapon. As long as I actually hit my target. A little trick, I don't have to loot this if I hit it right. And I guess I'm going to loot it, because I ran out of stamina. But if you hit the mushrooms, and you break them, you get the mushroom back. So there we go. I hit it, got the mushroom. I mean, once you get good at it, or in certain weapons, it's just much easier to hit with it. Research data is important here. I don't think there's just one guy. I can kill him. Melee pretty easy. Oh, and another one showed up. Yay. Attacking with a nutcracker is still faster on a single target than using the shredder. Usually, if you don't run out of stamina, that's why I don't try and attack more than one. And of course, if you lose health, it kind of sucks. Because now I put myself vulnerable to being one-shotted. There's going to be heavies over there, and they will one-shot me at this level of life. Oh, something else is hitting this. What the heck? Where'd this guy come from? Eat some more food. Sort. Don't have any more candy bars. Mushrooms. Mushrooms were important in this game early on. Very easy to get food source. They're all down here. And we're going to be using this sewer for the first Horde Night, not the second Horde Night as well. Saves materials. Very easy to defend because we're going to do the same thing that we did with the Shredder on the outside to lure these out to kill the Horde for the first few nights as well. Oh, there is the Abomination Heavies, and there is a Butcher Heavy. Come on, guys. Come on, come on. Those guys will one-shot me at this point on Legend. I do not have enough defenses to deal with them. But they're great because if they drop research material, do not hit me. They drop research material. It's going to be quite a bit. I was about to hit that other one in the back. Oh, there it came anyways. If you want to cancel a bow attack, just press right click while you're holding left click and you won't fire. There'll be one more group of heavies. There's usually two groups of heavies. Like I said, if you're playing normal, a group is one. On Legend, it's 3. So sometimes 4, but usually just 3. Forgot to look at this bow and what's its stats. It is crap. Oh, I see some research material down there. And some gear. Go ahead and do research.
It's time to take your physical abilities
Research the
up a notch.
demolitionist. Research the... Okay, now the next set of stuff to research is you really want Boxer. Dieter's great as well. Boxer is great for the protection evasion rate. And then you also want under combat the guard. So give you protection, which is damage reduction, and it scales in diminishing returns. So the first, like that 20 points is huge for my damage reduction. I went from like 30% to 39, I'm pretty sure, if I was looking at it earlier. But once you hit around 200 protection, you're around 70% damage reduction. A little less, but it takes a lot more protection value to get more damage reduction at that point. 3. So this is rough. This is where I get greedy usually and run in and try and grab more than 3. But I'm going to actually try and do the permadeath setup. Because on Legend it's just really, really hard in terms of the damage. Oh, see, that one guy gets stuck back there. Hit him. Yep, I got him. Tagged him. He should run up now. Slow as they are. Come on, zombies. This is why the Shredder Trap is literally OP in the early game. The zombies tend to run up before they try to hit it, so they don't stand off all that far off to try and smack it with their ground pound AoE, which they could do and hit it without being hit, but they try and run up, and then once they start getting hit, they get staggered by the amount of damage ticks that hits really fast. I hate the screamers. Should be the only one here. Now, some people like doing melee and first person. I find it's harder to judge distances doing that. The game is kind of weird with the distances. So Let's have... No, I've already got it. I could get some pieces of iron from the other stuff. Alright, let's see if I can drag some of this out without dying. The big thing is stamina. Like I said, this character is not the fastest. I've done other characters like Marathon Runner and Speedster and some other fast traits. Only two, but extra stamina regen. And you really can outrun these zombies without that. They tend to jump and fall down all the time. You can take negative run speed and still outrun them if you're not a zigzag. There is nothing crazy in terms of speed here, unlike 7 Days to Die. I take that back. There's a couple of the zombies that run on all fours that are pretty fast, but they still slow themselves down to attack. So if you continue even running, they still really can't hit you. Like I said, there's one more sewer zombie that can drop a red back there that I'm after for unique. Maybe I get lucky again. Oh yeah. Female ones are faster, usually less hit points. Yeah, just like that, not a big deal to kill. Now there's two branches. The left branch has no zombie, but I mean no big zombie. Oh, that guy hit me. I thought I missed. A lot of zombies have unblockable attacks. Really, really annoying. That attack is unblockable, unstoppable. It's just, yeah, it's weird. I say unstoppable because I have stopped it, just not often. Some of the zombies are faster than the others. Most of the female ones tend to be faster. The fatter ones tend to be slower. Trying to generate noise to get them interested to come out here. Sometimes it don't work, and you have to like shoot them. The bow, when you shoot them, tends to shoot to the left. Obviously, there's not bullet, but arrow drop in this game. You can mitigate that with some itemization. Specifically, the first boss drops a... that guy did not come at all. An accessory that adds to projectile speed, which means that your projectile goes off further before it drops. In terms of the bow. Guns, I have not noticed any actual bullet drop. Seem to be hit scan. But bows are definitely bullet dropping. Let's see, I got some more pipes. Another pick. Ooh, plus 10 damage. That's actually really good for now. That matters not to me, but I'll go move it over there. Exchange with this guy. Critical damage. Okay, I'll give him that. Neither one of these matter at all, but I'll go ahead and give him that. Keep all blue and yellow gear. You'll later get a bench, a workbench specifically called a coil workbench. That allows you to reassemble gear. What that does is you take 5 pieces of the same tier of gear and combine them to get a potential higher piece of gear. As long as they are blue or yellow, you're guaranteed the next one up. Technically, it's 4 blue and 1 gray, but I don't like to factor it in because if you do 4 blue and 1 gray, chances are the next tier of gear up you're going to get is also going to be gray. You don't want gray. Blue is better than gray. Yellow is better than blue. You get more chances for secondary stats to help out what you're trying to do with your build. If I break this, it should bring out the rest of the zombies to the left side. There'll be another... Oh, yep. There we go. They always want to run around that light. It's very weird. Their charge attacks are um, unstoppable. Even if you kick them, sometimes still go through. You still take damage. It's really annoying. You catch him at the see. Even though I kicked him back, he still did his attack. Luckily, I was able to dodge backwards at the right time. More, yeah, still near the end. Oh, I got some leather armor. Ooh, evasion. Now, evasion's great. If you evade an attack, it's basically negated. So, evasion and crit rate's hard to get for itemization in this game. So, either one of them getting them is very good. I'll go ahead and keep these only because they're still full durability. Eat some food. Now, like your satiety level matters to you as a character, it matters to your followers. But if I'm not using my follower, they did patch it recently, so they're not eating as much. Before they would eat so much, so like you're supposed to be representative of what actions your character is doing, but it wasn't. So they would just constantly eat, and their satiety level would drop. And it was really annoying how fast it all went down. Now it's not as bad. You can set your follower to stop, and they just won't eat all your food. Should be a skeleton back here. The reason I go for the skeletons is they can drop gold teeth. Gold teeth you can convert to gold bars, and gold bars you can sell to make money. So yeah, that's quite a bit of thing to do here. Most of the time we're getting bones. Bones you can still use in some crafting scenarios. You get a lot of bones. I mean, they're everywhere. This is the scary part here, because yep, there's a whole bunch of zombies right there. And there should be some... Yep, there's an exploder, which is a heavy, crawling on all fours down there. There is a harpooner, and oh, that exploder's good. They're fast. He's going to be the fastest out of the group to catch up to me, and I really, really don't want to... I like to have these guys be grouped up, but I can't risk him because he'll two-shot me. He'll stagger, knock me down with one hit, and then kill me right after. They're still tall enough that they won't be able to pass under that. See what I mean? Still gonna get hit. They just explode on death. Now, spoiler alert, the way this game works is you're gonna have a horde every night. Progressively gets worse every night. As such, why is that harpooner not coming? There we go. Get your butt over here. Everything you see will be introduced to a horde at some point. So, right now, the first night, this exploder and this harpooner, although they're heavy, so the zombies are categorized into 4 different categories: light, heavy, aka elite, giant, and boss. And then they're broken up by tiers 1 through 6. This is starter cities tier 1. The heavies out of the tier 1s are going to be the abominations, the tall gray guys, that guy that crawls on all fours, the exploder, this guy with the gas mask and the 2 axes. He throws harpoons at you, aka called the harpooner. So he'll pull you back to him. It does a lot of damage. Really annoying. Reload that. Okay, ooh, lots of research data. What I want. Go ahead and research. Now, here's the fun things. A lot of good things to research right now. I cannot... Oh, no, I can't. Go ahead and get the boxer, though. That extra... I want the marathon runner. There's just a lot of things you need to get. That research tree, you want to max out as much as possible early on. But again, you just don't have the research. But killing like this will get you a lot of research data. Those heavies can drop 25 research at a time. The lights will drop at most 1 at a time. Heavy's got a good chance to drop more often than the lights. I dodged, and the game decided I didn't dodge. One of those things. Pressing the key. Okay. So while these guys are busy, I'm going to go ahead and smack some trees, because I know I need to do so. Need more lumber, more branches. Be more time efficient. Stone, while you need it, you don't need it on the first few nights. So those exploders I mentioned earlier, that heavy, when it explodes, it makes fire upon its explosion as of its death. That is a problem for wood structures. So if they explode on a wood structure, they're going to make it catch fire. And then that fire will do continuous damage until it burns out the wood structure. It won't do that to stone or metal structures. So you need to upgrade eventually all your structures for your base from wood to stone or higher. Luckily, the exploders don't show up as part of the horde until day 3. So your first horde has Abomination. Day 0. Day 1 will have Butchers added into it. Day 2 will have Harpooners added to it, which will start dragging you off. So a lot of people that build like very simple systems, they don't protect themselves from Harpooners, will get pulled off into their death a lot. I've seen it happen quite often. And then day 3 will bring the Exploders if they have not upgraded their base from wood to stone. Yep, spoiler, you're going to lose your base. They're going to blow up, and your base is going to die. You can try to, like how much they've done. They've barely done any damage to it, 92%. I'm going to clear out this whole thing before they do anything. Hour 16, okay. Going slow. Speed this up again. I'm near the end of this. I should have been already done. Moving on to the Rec Center. Research Center. Another Exploder. You suck. But I think most of that's cleared out, except for the last red crawler. Except even these guys that are faster than me, I can still outrun. If we're in a straight line racing, they'd beat you. Even if you get to take the extra speed boost at this early part of the game. But it don't matter. Drop some research, please. Go ahead and, while he is stuck on that, wrong. Cool, there we go. While I'm going to get the trap machine back, I'm not going to get the rest of the materials back, so I need to have some of these logs for planks and lumber. Oh, hey, we're still recording. Good. I just checked. I get so engrossed in playing that I sometimes forget to check that my recording software sometimes stops. We're still going, so that's good. I just heard the explosion behind me. It gave me gear, at least. Oh, and a baggie. Research data 25. All that is some good. So you can't do more reporter. I do like having the scavenger early because it does make these faster. It does make this faster. Everything's going to just accelerate your build. I can't do this like in the swimming pool. So I'm going to go ahead and do the runner is probably the best at this point. That movement speed is huge here. Like I said, protection from the bodyguard off the combat. That is huge. Another 20 points. Probably should have done that. And then the evasion. You really want to, on legend, get your defenses up as fast as possible. When I say 20 points, this is 10. That's the most points, the chest piece. That's leather armor. This is 4. Right? So I'm getting out of 1 point more defense than I got out of all my armor on the research tree from one research node. So this guy, that's all that left. These guys really are easy. I'm going to smack him a few times. I'm going to save it, though, just to save it. And I'm going to do a hard save. Doesn't matter what I type in. Now, normally, what you do to save scumming, I'm probably going to do this, is you smack him a few times like this. Get him low. Save it. I think it may be like 5 more shots. 1, 2. You just try to get him so he's near death. 3. Okay. Alright, let's see what I got. If it ends up being crud, then I'm going to save scum. I know it's at 3, so I'll hit him a couple times. Ooh, depletion. And 80%. And yeah, that's not bad. I'm going to think I'm going to keep it for now. But save scumming allows you to do better stuff. So I'm going to save scumming a couple times, and then what I'm going to do is type this in as I already have this contender, right, for a piece of gear I might want. And I'm going to go ahead and reload the game here. I'll show you once. Because you got a high chance for uniques, but they don't always drop uniques. I'm going to just do it once, and then I'm going to pause, because I probably ain't going to get a unique this time, and then do it a couple more times. So I know that 3 hits after this last save should do it. So I'm going to do 2 hits, save it, and then that way I can just, every time, reload it, hit it once, speed it up, see what it does. See what it drops. Oh, I saved them pretty quick. So 1, 2, bring him over here, get some distance. It's not right on me. Quick save. There we go. And so, like I said, no unique. Doesn't have research. If he has a card, though, no military access card. Okay, so I ain't keeping this around. So at this point, I'm going to reload it and keep going again and again. So I'm going to go ahead and stop recording, and I'll pick it back up when I have something I want. That depletion unique mining pick, though, is very tempting. 80% or higher is usually really good. If it was 90%, no question asked, would have kept it. If 80% had bonus damage added to it, no question would have kept it. But it has no bonus damage, so your harvest tools only benefit from bonus damage. They don't benefit from anything else. So if it's flat damage, they benefit. Anything else, unless it's specific to percentage damage to that type of harvest node. So like when you get the skill perk tree that says bonus to ore or bonus to boulder damage, that 5-10% does affect your harvest node tool when it comes to affecting that specific harvest node. But if it's anything like damage, well, even damage percentage does technically affect it, but most of these tools have such a low base damage that 3% damage isn't going to equal 3 points of damage. So something that's plus 5 damage or plus 10 flat damage, or even plus 5 or 10 strength, which adds almost, it's about a 8-to-1 ratio. About, if you get plus 10 strength, you really get 8 flat damage. It's going to be absolutely huge in terms of the return for how many hits that tool is going to take down your node. So yeah, the percentage damage kind of works, but you're not scaling that very fast in the early game. You really want flat damage off it. So if I had flat damage, I'm going to take it, no question. But I'm going to go ahead and stop recording here and pick it back up when it's ready. So see you in just a moment. And welcome back. I have done my save scumming on this sewer half giant crawler, the red guy down here. Didn't get an item I specifically needed. It's okay. 44% is kind of bad. The only thing I actually stopped was because the military base access card. This is actually, in a way, more valuable than the tier 2 uniques you're going to get out of these guys. So I'm going to leave it at that. There are a couple of good items I could have gotten off of him. but the access card is better because more chances at the boss, especially on the on legend difficulty, to get his drops is just that much more valuable. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at that. I'm going to get out of here. Go ahead and break down. Seems weird, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. My traps, and the reason being is I need my traps to move to the next area. That was weird. And basically what we did here, we're going to do elsewhere. So I'm going to make sure I have enough for my trap. I don't. I need more rope, and I need more lumber. I did get my trap machine back because I do got the 10% from the demolitionist skill point tree. But because I don't have 20%, I didn't get quite enough back that I was expecting. That is very easy to resolve. I do need a couple extra because I will need it for the barb fence. Because I'm going to have to do that as well. Other side, some more rope. Now, actually, just go ahead and demolish this. Don't need it. Won't need it. Now, in the past, I've deleted these crafting stations, and I will when I get to the actual next base I want to actually set up. Not my temporary base for surviving the first few horde nights. But might as well just get this all back because I don't really need this out here. Now that I get some of it back, might as well just get rid of it. Hammer ups. I thought I had gotten rid of that. So last one. Get some resources back. It's not much, but it's, you know, some. Gonna head over here to the research center. Food. Stay healthy. Nope, I picked a small stone. Thought that was a mushroom. Didn't really need to do that.
Have you arrived at the research centre? Check the experiment log at the desk on the first floor. Let's see if Walter's words are true.
Oh, good stuff here. Biggest thing is the computers inside are worth iron plates, some copper wire. Actually, I'm kind of surprised. Usually there's a lot more in terms of zombies right here. Usually like a couple on this fence line, a bunch in the front. Usually a bunch more on the side. All coming after me. The trick is you really don't have to fight them. But I'm going to. So for the most part in Legend, it's a waste of time. Since I got this axe, it's not that big of a deal to fight a couple of them at a time. Does do decent damage. If you get one with a decently high smash chance like I got, take them out pretty good. Just kind of aim. I like the Nutcracker because it has a consistent swing, and it makes aiming for headshots a whole lot easier. Free brick, kind of nice. And the idea is to clear out this building like I did the sewer. I'm just going to stick a trap right at the front. Shredder trap. On this one, you don't have to be as... bit of damage. Woo! I've got one behind me somehow. Say Legend, you get lots of zombies, no matter where you go. And one of the good things is I can lead these guys off and circle back around. I don't have to actually fight them. They will stop chasing me after a few. Fox. Where'd you go? Why are you? What the heck? Like stuck on this rock and it's hit me again. You want to try and take all your arrows back before you skin? Oh. So I got this guy on me. Sometimes the arrows fall through the world. I should have built myself a repair kit. I don't mess with deer on Legend at this part of the game. It's just waste of arrows and time. You're just not gonna catch them very easily with their arrows there. They should have drained off most of them. If I need to stick this, because usually if you, see, these guys can get through. Should have stuck it a little further out. Some of these will meander back, but again, the whole point of it is what I do if I set this up right. It's not a big deal. I'm really worried about clearing the inside out, not the outside. Move them out of the way like I just did. It's more of a means. I just saw it go blue. Trying to get it in an area to prevent them from running through. If you can run through, the zombies can run through. I put it just a tiny bit too close. There we go. On there. Oh, they want to try and jump at me from behind. Come on. Quite a bit here. Oh yeah, this is how you can die very easily in this game. So ideally, I would these guys wouldn't have come back so soon. Sometimes they come back very quickly. Other times, not so much. Sorry being interrupted. And I'm back. Said I do get interrupted by family from time to time. It's just generally better to draw them off than waste time fighting them. Here. Some shrooms along the way. Some of them will meander back. If it's just like one came back at a time, probably would have killed them. But I got a group here and a group there. So one at a time is not too bad. Two is okay when you get a whole bunch. Jumpers are annoying. And the reason I don't have my follower is it'd be so much harder to get these guys separated and be able to run away. My follower's here because she'd just be drawing aggro. And I got unlucky with this run. These guys came back early, and they're trickling in so I can kill them, but I really don't want to kill them. They're just wasting time. I'm out of stamina. I just kind of got running in a circle so they don't hit me. Get the dodge that, get this unblockable. There we go. Can get some money out of this real quick while I'm here. Am I full on inventory? Yep, I guess so. I don't need some of this stuff, so dang it. I need to exchange some of this out with my follower. Take all those pipes and pickaxes I don't need. Take that back and just drop this stuff for now. And take this, just clear it out. I do have respawn on. I don't mind it, but stuff doesn't respawn unless it's completely cleared out. So there we go with that. Do I have anything else to eat at the moment? Nope. I got a campfire over there. But I'm not worried about that right now. Come over here and usually I give myself a little bit more room. Another trick you can do is just kick them back into the traps. The light zombies are easy to deal with. Now the big problem is that screamer in there. You gotta tag him to get him to stop screaming. If he screams for too long, he'll actually spawn in zombies, and they could spawn on the other side and come straight after me. And once this first room is cleared out, if anybody had, so all those, they're out there still. If they had came back, I can easily just come to this side, and they can get hit by the shredder. I actually can't climb, get underneath that. Wow. Yeah, I definitely put it a little too close. It happens. So, quest.
It seems Walter wasn't lying. According to the experiment log, there's a storage for the mutant's substance on the second floor. The New Humanity Project was led by the extraordinary Dr. Keon. I gained a lot of knowledge through Dr. Cleon's writings. It's hard to believe his project turned the world into this.
Some food in this refrigerator, usually a can of beans. And now I can open these doors and get the zombies out, and just like last time, hop on over. What can I give them? just things to hold. So I don't feel like, why is these guys did not come out? I'm amazed now. What the heck? Where'd they go? I hit the wrong button. Oops. There's a guy on that side too. That's why it went off. That's fine. You do take damage from the traps. It's just not as much as the zombies. It's definitely a reduced amount, it feels like. Because the zombies have more hit points than I do. And they die in a relatively few tick hits from the shredder, or I think quite a bit more. Come on, dude. Research points. How much do I have? I have 50, so let's grab something useful. Utility. Let's go with this for now. Eating less. I keep forgetting that I gotta climb over. Is a good thing. If I get lucky with a book, no books. All right. Some gear. Actually, yeah, I don't really care for those. If you break those waste baskets down, you're just gonna get pieces of iron. You're gonna get so many pieces of iron. They're useful. They get turned into nails. For the amount of time you take to get them, not worth it. Inside the waste baskets, you can get some good stuff. If I'm lucky, I get an electronics plug. That's actually a really good one to get. You get stuff like that every so often in these waste baskets, so it is worth going through them. Not worth the time to break them down. If I get lucky and get a electronic board early, then I can actually make an early coil bench without having to beat the boss first. And then that's actually can accelerate my gameplay as well, because I can start getting into higher tier gear before I go fight the boss.
The inventory looks low on space.
Okay, is he stuck up there? Sometimes they spawn him stuck. It is what it is. The jumpers can unstick themselves sometimes. There's going to be more up there. I'm going to lead back. Go ahead and clear this area out first. You getting copper wire and iron plates out of these, which is very good to get. You're not guaranteed copper out of the iron nodes around here. Come on. These guys would be up here and they start trying to chase me down. Come on over here, guys. Like I said, I'm a little slower than what I wanted to be. Starting from my north side. Just gonna kill this guy out. Oh, crud. Unlucky. I guess it's not that big of a deal. I'll just get them to come back to me the other direction. Once these guys have killed themselves. Maybe? No, they're not wanting to come through. Great. Guess I'm running them off again. All the other things kill themselves. Ooh, rabbit. There we go. Ah, inventory full. Big deal. Exchange some stuff with my follower here in a second. Sorts. You can take that junk. Wow.
Great. It seems we have prepared a decent amount of food ingredients.
I can sneak by these guys. Probably go around the backside. That's fine. Since they're near their spawn point, chances of them wandering back. The only reason they came is because there was that guy to the side. He finally aggroed on me. But the ones down there won't aggro. Like when you run them off this direction, since they're all usually in the front, they'll wander back through. But if you run them off that direction, they're less likely to come back and mess with you. Ah, it'd be nice if I reloaded this. Ah, unless I get unlucky. Not going as smoothly as I hoped. Had a lot smoother runs before. That'll work for now. Not liking the fact that these guys did not come over. If it was just one or two, I might have taken the time to kill them. Since it's four. Now, one of the downsides to having the noise is you start dragging in extra stuff like this. Yeah, my placement is causing me to not do this as fast as I could. Ideally, like I said, I should have placed a little bit more further away from the door so I can get these barred fences in. Really? Okay, guys, y'all are... I got hit because they did a ground pound, which is ground pound. It's a little AoE attack they do, which is will hit pretty far actually. As you saw right there. They're literally on the other side of that shredder. Still hit me all the way over here. Should be most of them. There's one more room upstairs. It's kind of nice because it has some refrigerators in it. I guess there's one hanger on. Sometimes it happens. One more room that's can spawn some zombies. Doesn't always. A little care package. These are great because they have coins in them. Sometimes the key cards. No luck on that though. Really? Yeah, this has been unlucky. These guys, if they hit you, they do chemical damage, whether they spit you or hit you. Well, they just explode at that point. No point in being next to them. Oh, finally. Got a repair kit. That's what I was hoping for. So now my axe is back to full damage. If I look at it, it's at 57. Which is a lot more than the bow, which was only at 39 earlier. This area should be all nice and cleared out. This is the... Here, one more zombie. So it's outside or in this other room. Yep, there's one in there. Sometimes there's up to 3. Okay, there's 2 in here. Get out of here. Now, these narrow... They get back. Running out of stamina. I don't know. I know I got some pain pills. I just gotta equip it. There we go. Put them there. That should be just one thing. Another care package here. There will be one more in the guard room. Oh, gold bar. Definitely want that. Sorts. Break that down. You can have this for now. Should be able to get some food. Materials. I can start. Still, I think I got enough time to start clearing out the hospital. Enough to make 2 traps. Should have enough. I got 40 minutes from the current time.
The mutant substance is broken.
Roughly between 30 and 40 minutes. It's 10 minutes per hour. Until the horde shows up. Doesn't take me long to make my base. Really just a few traps. One main trap, a shredder, which you've basically seen already. We're clearing out all this.
Who is hiding in the server room?
And I've gotten enough copper wire to make a few traps. It'll be getting trees cut down. And getting some cloth. That's the other fun one. Give me a book, give me a book. No book. No dice. Unlucky. I've had books in almost all these bookshelves before. Get a lot of the early things, usually like Robin Hood or the Life is a Marathon. I'm going to talk to him, skip over him. I've already done all this. You guys can watch him if you do your own. Just don't like wasting time. And that's it. This area's been cleared. Everything taken out of here I can take. Just need to break down my trap. There's no one out here. I'm hearing a zombie off to the side. I'll try and grab that mushroom. And just get out here. See what's in here though, real quick. So you see the zombies behind me coming up. I was trying to watch them as they were doing so, because there were some over there. And now I'm going to head back over here. I'm going to set up my base real quick, so I know I have it ready to go and I can run back to. And then I'm going to make sure I have enough materials after that to raid the hospital. Same way, everything's to be clearing things out as I've been going along. I'm going to eat some beans. Said sewers are fairly optimal early on because you just get everything running right at you. Only downside is if it decides it wants to spawn everything on top of me. Like I did before, they give it some space from the wall so you could put the barb fences. I need more lumber. Probably need quite a bit more lumber. I can remedy that pretty easy with some trees. I'm going to break down some of my gear here in a moment so I can have some room. I'm trying not to go for the big, thick trees like those. They just take extra hits. They give them marginally amount more resources back. When I say marginal, I do mean marginal. No. Not more than enough to do what I need to do. I'm going to cook up what mushrooms I have for food. Some lumber. Make sure I don't disassemble this one and that one. And some iron ingots back. Exchange out of this. Get some cloth out of those back. These are all good stuff. I just don't need them right now.
While exploring unknown territories, it's common to get lost.
I can get more of those later. I have the food at the moment. Just like before, gotta be this angle is always a little bit of a pain. That's enough inward. Yeah, that's good enough. It doesn't want me to do it from that side. It has to be stuck on the wall. There we go. Now I want to stick a couple above it. Prevent them from jumping out. And there's the base setup. The zombies are going to run in here and, just like ever before, get stuck on the shredder and die. You need to make sure I have enough for another trap, so I need to make another trap machine and some more lumber. 5 for that, and then 4 for the 2. Actually, I really only need 2, but at least 5 for that. I'm going to might have time to put down the other one. So 1, 3, and then I'm going to disassemble my logs into branches, because I'll need that more than anything else. Shredder, trap machine. I don't know if I did that right, because I need gear. 2 gears, trap machine. There we go. Enough rope? Yes, I do. That takes a little bit of rope. I have enough. Lumber, branches. Okay, so this is going to be the fun part. I'm going to see how much of this I can clear. I should be able to get through most of it. There's quite a bit you got to clear on the outside, which is one of the downsides. You can use that fence to hop back and forth,
Soldier.
which is what I just did.
Zombies going.
To get them to lose you, because you have to run quite a distance around. You really don't want to be fighting a whole heck of a lot of them. The females do take less hits to take down, so they are easier. But if you get surrounded, you can easily be overwhelmed. Where having your follower is nice. Okay. This is where having the Nutcracker is nice, because it gives you extra strength to jump over stuff and climb up. So the idea is we really don't want to be fighting every zombie out there. Not this early. All we want to do... Oh, I can't get it from here without doing this. Is this here? Now, I want to go on the back side because the front side is going to have heavies. And I can't deal with heavies. Like looting this guy because he gets... some research data from that. And the idea is, like I said, not killing every zombie. It's not needed. We're just trying to sneak in here real quick. There's going to be some in here we're going to have to deal with. Sometimes I take care of these on the outside. But the idea is just to come right in here. Right, worry about clearing out the whole hospital. I just want to get to the part where it expands out there. So, eat some food. And then literally sticking a shredder right here where it expands outwards. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Just as I was placing it, they blocked it. Oh, man, so unlucky. Because otherwise, if I place it down, then they get blocked by the shredder. And they start taking damage. And that's the whole point. You just stick it right there, and you just lead the whole hospital to that spot. I thought I got lucky with just only having to kill one. Usually there's 2 to 3 right there at the very beginning. There still was, but I mean, literally right when you open the door, there's usually 2 or 3. There was only one. I thought I got lucky and Or I wasn't so lucky on the research center. I was like, okay, maybe I'm lucky on the hospital. Nope. Okay. Ready. Boom. I just stick. Clear out this, stick a bar fence on the dead spot there, and then make sure they can't get around the side on the dead spot on the other side. And they're all just, oh, crap. Where did you come from? Sneaky little turd. Now, the jumpers can get over that sometimes. Hospital's got some nice loot to it, but I can come back later and get it. I'm just going to go and clear out the main area here and the main hallway up there because I really don't have time. I'm going to try and do this on the first day and then do the horde. I can leave the shredder here. The idea is to come through here, clear this out, my timeline, and then try and beat the boss as early as I can the next morning. Get the wrench and start getting things I need to set up. But with this shredder, you can literally, later on, just run through the whole hospital, open all the doors, except for this, obviously. But, and just drag them all with you down to the shredder. Seriously, kind of OP. Now, my tutorial video I did before, half crawler on the ground. Wow, it's kind of empty. Go up top. There we go. Come on down, guys. Every zombie's welcome at the shredder. See, the jumpers can get over sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Oh, is that little screamer going to be a little pain in my... I can't hit up from here, can I? There we go. Did I tag him? Oh, I did. Yep. Stop him from screaming as long as you tag him. Alright, can you just die already? Let's get the rest of you guys down here. There's some more on the other floor. Like I said, it's very simple to clear a sewer, a research center, and the hospital all on day 0. And like I said, my tutorial video when I was doing this, and I didn't quite do it because I was explaining a lot of stuff. This one I'm not explaining as much, so I'm a bit more efficient, but I am still explaining things, and oh no, I had some wander in this way.
Properly prepared our defenses against the zombies onslaught.
Stay there. So 20 minutes left. More than adequate time. Might even decide to do a little looting. Because usually there's far more zombies in this area. Bottom floor tends to have more medicine. There's a lot of these med bags. Everything up here is just going to be crafting stuff, which is still good stuff, don't get me wrong. Won't be able to get to the
never received the mutant substance.
guard's house
Walter lied.
in the 20 minutes
I quite
left.
expected that. Walter, scared of zombies, is hiding on the first floor of the hospital.
So that'll have to be
Might be a waste of
the
time. Let's
next
ask
session
the
I do.
cowardly Walter about this.
Decent amount of ammo crates around here. The big thing is getting the computers for the copper wire. The other things are not so bad either. All these rooms roughly got zombies in them. I mean, I could just, like I said, do the trick of open, 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 and just run. All the way back down to the shredder. It works. Oh, hey, someone was on this level. Let's go. Come on, making noise. Come on. You follow me. Y'all know you want me. Tasty, fresh human. I have enough, reload it. And I'll deal with Walter in here while they're dealing with that.
Oh no, there's no mutant
Ah, it's
substance
not letting me
here.
skip. I hate when it does this. It bugs up.
Truth is, I urgently needed money. I had no choice but to sell the mutant substance to
Sometimes it does this. If you like
It
go
wasn't the
in
right
too
moment to
fast
talk
to the
about it
NPCs
earlier.
and talk to them like right away, it
Colonel
bugs out
Victor is keeping
sometimes,
the mutant substance in the
where it doesn't let
military
you
base
use the
instead of
skip.
me. If you have to go to Colonel Victor's military base, you still need my help. So our deal is still valid.
You find out
right?
the Jesse Eisenberg
It's
reject
just a minor communication error.
is a worm,
You need an access card to enter the
both in
military
this game
base.
and the movie.
I have the access card at my house.
We just wasted time because of cowardly Walter. Unfortunately, right now, trusting Walter is the only option we have. Let's follow cowardly Walter for now.
There's one from the outside I heard wandering in. What do I want to build right now? Fortunately, those all take books. Those take books. That does not. Should Boost those up. Oh. I can't remember if I can get... Nope, not these. Those ATM. There's other ATMs you can break down apart. Take a wrench, but I was just double checking. More enough time to clear out the main central area here. If I go down the side hallways here, I risk aggroing the heavies, which are not a... Oh, I had one fat dude come down. So if I got that way or the other the front here, there's a group of 3 heavy zombies. Oh, get your butt down from there. Chop your leg off to get you down. I get all these. There's nothing else really in here. Unless I open up all the doors. I heard something walking behind me there. There is a quest to drink all 3 different types of the rotten drinks, but they're so commonplace. Don't need to hold on to them. Just you'll find them easy enough. As long as I leave myself 10 minutes to get back, perfectly safe. Just got to make sure I get my follower inside. And then hope the game doesn't be silly and respawn the whole sewer behind me at the start of the day, because it does that. Sometimes it won't ever respawn it, and other times it respawns it every day. I don't know why. It's kind of buggy like that. But central area here has got some good crafting materials, as you see. A couple of computers on every floor. I did all that, but I did open these doors, so let's check it. Oh, you sneaky little one.
Even the doctors from the hospital have fallen victim to the zombies.
Oh, I get the quest to kill the doctors. Yay. Most of these rooms don't have much. But in aggregate, it's not too bad. And that's it for this little wing. It's only like 4 doors. 1 big room, 2 small rooms. Have to. Sometimes these corridors have stuff. Top floor is usually kind of empty. For some reason on this part, the other corridors usually have stuff. What's funny is when I see the zombies spawn inside these stairwells and they just run up and down, chasing after me. Oh, there's one spawned in here. She actually just didn't spawn until I got all the way down. And if you just want to clear the hospital with the shredder, let's do this. Oh, I only got 10 minutes.
We're running
So,
out of time, soldier.
no worries. Just gonna run down. I have enough counter? Yeah, it's fine. Oh, lovely. I got some free pain pills. The ambulance has got pain pills and research data. This stuff's mostly fuel. You're lucky sometimes if you get rubber or tape. Oh, she died. That's fine. Don't really need her. And for the most part, as long as I got logs, which I can verify by seeing how many are not logs, branches, which I can, I got 30, and keep this thing going indefinitely. The only thing I need to worry about is food, and I got plenty of that for the night. And then really just worrying about the respawn over here. Kill a couple of these guys. I don't need to, but I'm going to go ahead and grab some more resources. So they're available for me.
Flashes of my life pass before my eyes.
Oh, that's right. You have pain pills. Oh, dang it. I want
Let's take it
those.
easy.
I don't care for you to have those. Those are mine. Do you notice I really don't let my follower do much? A lot of people, I find that's a mistake. As I said, this synthetic objects and then plant looting, yes, you can turn it on for them. Synthetic, they'll just open boxes and barrels and stuff. Plant looting, they'll pick up mushrooms, they'll break down ore or boulders if you give them a mining axe or pick whatever and then chop down trees with an axe. But they take so long doing it. It's literally not worth your time to let them do it. Because the moment you start moving, they've stopped doing it. The amount they add to helping you out is very little. Actually, I'm going to try and reforge my... Make some repair kits as well as reforge my nutcracker here on this. Don't. Oh wait, I did not make an equipment. I'll make one inside. That's fine. I don't care if she starves at this moment.
Let's sort out the equipment we're not using.
I need the log. Oh dang.
With better gear, we can overcome the situation.
Go chop down a few trees. But I might need some. Ideally, like I said, I can hit up on the northwest side over there tomorrow is a day, usually the other sewer, get 2 more uniques. Hopefully one of them be the axe, the devastation axe. Or you get the depletion unique mining pick here, but it's not really all that good. But it is, still better than nothing.
Efficiency drops when working in the dark.
Have her stand there for a moment. And all I'm going to do is she'll teleport to me inside. Oh, that's great. Or not. Go back a little further in here. You get far enough away, when you tell them to unstop, they teleport to you. Otherwise, they try and run because they can't get through that trap sequence there. What's going to happen is they will just keep running into the trap and kill themselves. Oh, she's fighting. Dang it. I was afraid of that. Saw those zombies running around by the gas station. Cross as I was. See, this is what I was trying to prevent. You stupid follower, you. I gotta run them off a little bit further. Stab attack. Okay. You gotta be further away before I get you to teleport in. Get some mushrooms, yeah. And I'm full. It just dropped here just a second ago. Whatever.
Looks like it's time to lighten the load.
Stop. Okay. Notice I'm not actually making anything with my meats. Don't use them. Don't eat them. You're going to need them for other things. The small meats are used for so many things in your crafting that if you end up eating them right now, it's going to slow you down later. There's other ways to feed yourself, which is what I've been doing with mushrooms and other things. Candy bars that you find, cans of beans, they're not too hard to find. Okay, let's get you to come over here and teleport to me this way. Teleport. If you did not teleport over here, I would be very upset. Because otherwise, I'm just going to have to run her out to the side, have her wait over there. The zombies, oh, yeah, she teleported. Good. Usually, they kind of teleport them right on you. Come on. I'm going to have you come into this corner. Generally safer. And you can stop. I'm going to make... She's got the stones, don't she? This bench. And repair kits. Get a couple of those. And then I might as well reforge that. I need leather and bones. She's got them. This one was... That's right. I'm not so worried about getting these. And this is not too bad to get reforged. You're never going to find anything for the bags. This is what you get. So
We should check how our equipment's holding up.
H trim. Ah, look at you all. She can hold those.
We won't kneel to zombies.
Go ahead and save. Zero legend hard. It's a hard save, but it is what it is. Don't go through that. Reforge. Get that up one more. There we go. Any more tape? Don't want to make any more tape. But where am I? So right now, my fist, I do 13 damage. I pull out the axe, so it's 63. But it's also depleted a bit. If I repair it, I made some repair kits. Right? And now I look at it, 68. So I got 5 more points. So I lose a percentage. Oh, here comes the horde. That's not too terrible. They'll just run in and funnel themselves onto the shredder and die. Nothing fancy needed. This will work on every difficulty level there is in this game. Showed this with my other tutorial, but obviously doing it here. But because I'm trying to do a deathless run, I'm playing a little bit safer this time around. Let's see here. Eat some food. As I mentioned, if you look at your follower character, they have satiety. As that goes down, their max hit points go down as well. She's normally at 200 because she's at 2/3. She's down 1/3 of her max hit points as well. She's down to 2/3 satiety. And reload. That's why you need a lot of branches. The only downside is they are hitting from inside a little bit. So, but the damage they do is kind of negligible, and then they force themselves forward. I think this barbed fence is getting there. The problem is, usually I can see it a bit better. These things take quite a bit of a beating from these guys. Let me target it. Just stick another one down there. Because the only thing bad about this setup is if they happen to actually break through it, then you're kind of screwed. Also, the spitters can spit at you. The next Horde Night, they're going to add the Butchers, which can obviously throw their cleavers at you. And then the night after that, it's going to have the Harpooners that can pull you to them. Oh. So, one of the downsides of this, though, is as you can see, they can hit it from inside that tunnel. You kind of have to, like, get them to stop doing it. Doesn't always happen, but my last video, they really weren't doing this. With that ground slam AoE attack, does do damage to your traps from wherever they're at. And then if they start doing it, it blocks the other zombies. And you just kind of got to get them to be interested. I think I might have put these too low. I think they may be trying to hit, and this one too far over. If it's too far over to the tunnel entrance, which is what I think I did, then they get interested in that trap to break it down. So you know they can't get at you. But I think I got enough time. Oh, did it stop? Stamina regen.
Due to the vulnerability of the mutation substance, there exist zombies with distinct characteristics.
There we go, a little half barrel I can pop. Don't need to, just got nothing else to do while I wait for these zombies to kill themselves. Yeah, thought that was happening. These are too low, and they're hitting the tops here, which is hitting everything else. So if you don't get your placement right, in my other video, this was easy peasy. On the video, if you don't get it quite right, this starts happening. Zombies in the way. Still got time. Come over here. Repair it. Load it. So I think it's because these are a little too low. They're trying to hit it from the tunnel. So I'm not really going for this side. I need more lumber, and I can't do any more lumber without going out there. They broke down that other one. Now they're not trying to hit that. It's a little bit moved off the side. That was a little too close. I think these are a little too low. So they're no longer trying to hit them from inside the tunnel, no longer do that ground pound. There we go. I hate this pipe. There we go. I was able to repair that. See this one. Repair that one. And then we're good. See, now they're not breaking that down as fast. I'm still 100. I mean, this isn't going down as fast anymore. Going a little slower than my other one. Like I said, this was always just kind of a little trial and error in the tutorial I did. Previously, this was like flawless. This one's not quite as flawless. I mean, it's close. If you have it good enough like this, it's gonna work. Not gonna be as quick as I want it to be, but still not a big deal. Most of the stuff, unfortunately, I need books for. Nope, nope, nope. I don't want to do that. Reload, not destroy my trap. That's the only thing that has killed me in the past before. Not realizing I had my hammer out. And then accidentally destroying my trap instead of reloading it. Let's get near the end of the horde. This should be the last tail end of it. Oh, you stupid spitter. It got me. Yep, that's the end of the horde. Again, very easy way to deal with a horde. Gonna pause it right now. I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. Save the game. Save it. Take a load.
Where on earth do they all come from?
Start legend. And then pick up again with the next episode. I'm going to try and turn these into a series from this point on, and then see how far I can go. Show you guys my game plan, what I do with Legend, and how I work at it. To do a deathless Legend run. Hope you guys enjoyed watching it. If you do, there's more coming. Try to, and it'll be of the same vein. Enjoy, guys. Have a good day.